Reports from the Inspectorate of Government shows that Uganda loses over 9 trillion shillings annually due to corruption. Now, most of this money is due to public servants. The IGG's office has tried its level best to end graft. Recently, the Inspectorate of Government announced to organize a national prayer to seek God intervention in the fight.
We said to ourselves that we must take this war to the front line, where there are foot soldiers desperate to end the war because they are the victims of corruption. We need to recruit the masses to fight the war because it is their war.
Although some efforts are done to recover some of the money stolen and the property, civil society organizations spearheaded by Action Aid and Anti-Corruption Coalition Uganda say government should find other means of recovering the stolen money because it incurs more money than it recovers.
Now when it comes to recoveries, they tell you they are recovering around 20 to 30 billion. I mean, that's just a fraction. It's not even 1% of the actual money. I find that we are losing a lot of money and recovery rates, but also at institutional and individual level, we are putting in a lot to fight corruption than we are getting back from this fight against corruption. Because when you look at these different anti-corruption institutions, they are allocated hundreds of billions of shillings annually to go and do their work to fight corruption. But when you look at terms of the recoveries they are making, like I said, it is in 20, 30 billions really.
Cases of corruption and abuse of office in Uganda have been rampant, especially in the office of the Prime Minister. The activists suggest that government should recruit civil servants who are patriotic and willing to add value to their country beyond their stomachs and self-aggrandizement.
We don't only have gaps. The quality and access to public service delivery in Uganda has serious gaps that need to be looked into. Schools that do not have enough structures for children to sit in and learn comfortably, learning materials that are not accessible, health centers that are stocked out of drugs and do not have sufficient personnel.
Who audits Parliament? When was it last audited? Because if you appoint your own auditors and then your report comes and then it is received by members in a plenary. All right? So where does it go?
The commissioner in charge of lower secondary education, George Mutekanga, says government has emphasized more on skills development to reduce the unemployment in the country.
As a government, we have introduced new educational subjects. We have 8 vocational subjects that are part of the new lower secondary curriculum, and one of them is agriculture. The second one is physical education, where we have ball games, athletics, and all other netball. And as I was talking about these ones, a member of parliament advised that we are even given more money, actually 47 billion. So now this money is meant not only to promote the sports, games and sports, but also to promote physical education.
Civil society organization officials were discussing problems that can improve accountability and public service delivery in Uganda. Story by Chris Semakula for CTV PM Edition.